I'll just close this. What else is going on? We have, looking at upgrades, it's still 0 to 0 to 0 0, but it appears that Team Nitro is actually starting to push top. So that's actually quite nice. They're getting quite a bit of experience and killing some buildings. I think Drone Hero is going to try to hold this, but he might be being a bit too aggressive. At bottom, we see that the Lurker Hero, the other three heroes in Gopher Muffins are starting to push that lane as well. So the lanes are starting to get a lot more fluid right now. The Firebite Hero probably needs to go back to base. I'm actually surprised he doesn't have a teleport item, because it seems that a lot of the good teams in their semifinals do use teleport items. We see that a Ghost Hero dies unnecessarily. So far, this is a pretty one-sided game. Oh, the Thor Hero has finally gotten back. Let's see if it bought any items. So the Thor Hero has gotten Terran Weapons level 2. Yeah, so the Thor Hero likes to not get items, and then when he does get items, get only weapon items. So I'm not sure I agree with that at all. We see that the Lurker Hero should probably go back soon. Might be a good idea to maybe use Nidus Canal unless it has a Nidus Worm. Or it could just, use Cocoon to heal up. So that's a nice use of the Cocoon ability. Here we have the Thor Hero, trying to shoot things with its not so great DPS. Not doing that much, to be honest, especially when it's shooting units under Dark Swarm. We see that the Firebat Hero is going to come to help the Thor Hero, so if they're lucky, they might be able to snipe the Defiler Hero with decent coordination, but for some reason the Firebat Hero isn't using Stim, so it might let the Defiler Hero get away. And the Defiler Hero has chosen to use Burrow, so that's actually a nice use of Burrow. Oh, and it managed to escape with a Nidus Worm, so that was fairly nice. We see that the Lurker Hero is still pushing bottom. The Defiler Hero, the Hydrosk Hero is trying to push off three heroes from Team Nitro, but will probably be pushed back. We see that the Drone Hero is using its Broodlords to kill critters, and that's always a good choice if you want to gain a bit of additional experience, and you're not using your Broodlords for anything else. What else is going on? We see that at bottom we see that Team Nitro is pushing. We see a Thor Hero aimlessly wandering around the map doing nothing, moving at its slow 1.75 movement speed, so to be honest, the Thor Hero is definitely the most useless hero on Team Nitro. It's really surprising that, I hate to say this, but it's sort of surprising that they're in the semifinals. But then they didn't play a round of 8 game, so they got a free pass in the quarterfinals, so that's probably a good explanation why they're here right now. Not that much is happening right now. Team Gopher Muffins is slowly taking map control. We have the Spine Crawler pushing with 4 Broodlords, so that's quite a few. I'm not sure. Spine Crawler might have some Overseers. It has some Overseers, so that there's a good chance that Ghost Hero will die. So Ghost Hero dies. Reaper Hero runs away. Really, what you need to do to deal with a Drone Hero pushing like this with a bunch of Broodlords is you need teamwork. You need to hit the Spine Crawler with multiple heroes at once, but it doesn't seem like Team Nitro has much of that. And now the Defiler Hero is going to come and it's going to Dark Swarm the Broodlords and the Spine Crawler, and that just makes it much more difficult to deal with this. I like that use of the Firebat's ultimate. It hits most of the units and the Spine Crawler and as well as the Broodlords, but the Drone Hero smartly moves the Broodlords away because they do take a long time to... The cooldown for that ability is very long, so you always want to try to save up Broodlords when you can. We have the Thor Hero stunning the Spine Crawler Hero. It appears we have I was going to say 3v3 going on in mid, but the Defiler Hero has opted to go back to base, which I'm not quite sure that's a good decision, since it might have been a good idea to continually Dark Swarm and help us fight, because Yeah, because like the drone hero nearly died in that fight, but I managed to go away. The drone hero should probably try to micro these broodlords, otherwise they might die, and then it takes a long time to, to rebuild them, and that'll just make the next push a bit weaker. But that's okay. So we have the Thor hero trapped. I'm a bit surprised the Thor hero doesn't try to hit the broodlords with this anti-air ability, but oh, it only has an anti-air ability level 1, so if it had a higher level, it could definitely hit the broodlords, but it's just too low level right now. We have the Hydra's hero pushing bottom, trying to gain his team map control. The drone hero smartly moves all of the broodlords to this cliff where they're safe, and they've, and they can deal damage while, not being able to be seen. We have the Defiler hero joining the fight. I'd really like to see maybe a proxy Nidus canal for Gopher Muffins. And we see that the Ghost hero is using a nuke ability, and if the drone hero doesn't move these broodlords, they'll die, but the broodlords are moved, so but that's a nice position to put a nuke. We see that this Lurker hero might die to this Firebat hero, and but no, it's probably going to get away. At top, we have nothing happening. We have the drone coming back, and the drone is actually level 14, so that's ridiculously high. If we look at the leaderboard, we see that yeah, the drone hero is nearly double the levels of most of the other heroes in this game. So so Tyranny is quite strong right now, and Team Gopher Muffins definitely has a nice experience advantage. We see that Tyranny had a bit of lack of coordination between his broodlords and his hero, because those broodlords keep being further up. Over here we have a Lurker hero nearly dying to a Firebat hero. And the Firebat hero is choosing not to... Oh, he doesn't have detection. Okay, so the Defiler hero might die to this Ghost hero. That was actually quite nice. Over at mid, we see that the Spore Crawler hero is trying to push, but we have the Thor hero trying to stop him, as well as the Reaper hero. And for some reason, the Reaper hero, it keeps targeting all the broodlings, but actually the Spinecrawler hero might die due to the nice teamwork of Team Nitro. So yeah, so the Spinecrawler dies. Tyranny has to back off. Broodlords might die as well. We see that the Firebat hero used a teleport item to go quickly back to base. I like that decision, especially at this point in the game when 25 minerals isn't that big of a deal. The Hydra's hero is fairly low life and should probably consider going back, or otherwise might get killed by this Ghost hero if it's unlucky, but it appears it'll get away. Looking at items, does maybe the Thor hero actually bought... Oh, the Thor hero actually bought items now, so wow, that's new. Yeah, I think when I was reading this game, like the player who controls the Thor hero is very new. At least that's what they said after I spoke about this series. So yeah, the game is fairly one-sided right now. With Gopher Muffins quite far ahead. They could probably end the game if they ever just decide, to just all four of them push the front, but for some reason they're not choosing to do that, so so I guess for the next few minutes Nitro won't die. Yeah, I just don't understand why, Team Gopher Muffins doesn't just coordinate a push to end the game, but they are deciding. We have 4 heroes for Team Nitro pushing bottom, or the Thor hero is just standing there. So the Thor hero could have maybe, yeah, helped out, but whatever. So the Defiler hero is using his ultimate. I don't know where the allies are. Oh, I guess they must have all been... Oh, it seems like all the allies of Team Gopher Muffins have been, going back to buy items and stuff. So, yeah, you can see parents saying got distracted shopping. So, so yeah. So now we have the Lurker and the Defiler coming bottom. So, And we have the Defiler hero being ganked 3v1 since the Thor hero is busy killing... Oh, actually killing the Spinecrawler hero. So they might get the Spinecrawler hero, but the Firebite hero will definitely die. Ghost hero will probably die, and this Thor hero stopped attacking the Spinecrawler hero in order to attack critters. I mean units. I don't quite understand that. So Drone hero gets away, and Team Gopher Muffins managed to kill 2 units. Thor hero dies and doesn't have immortality protocol at level 11, so doesn't come back to life. So that's pretty sad. Our Reaper hero manages to pick off the Lurker hero, which is quite nice, and dies to the Hydralisk hero. So all the heroes on Team Nitro are now dead. And if Gopher Muffins wants, they could probably just go straight to the enemy team's base and end the game, but not quite sure if they're going to do that. They might. I always have my hopes up. We see that the Drone hero is intending to push top. And hopefully the Defiler hero and the Lurker hero will start to push for bottom as well, so they can go to the center, but actually it appears they're going to do that, so yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Brewlords for the Drone hero, which is quite a scary number. You never want to face that unless... well, you never want to face that, so... yeah, most of the heroes on Team Nitro are either 10 or 11, while the Drone hero is on level 18, so that just shows like how big the experience difference is between the different teams. The Ghost hero is going bottom for some reason. I guess he wants to stop the Slaying from being pushed. Upgrades are still 0-0 to 0-0 at 20 minutes in the game, so I don't know why the semifinal teams don't like upgrades, to be completely honest. They really should. Like even 1-1, it's not that expensive, and it's actually quite useful if your units are much more powerful than your opponents. Okay, so at middle we have the Drone hero, the Defiler, the Hydralisk, and not quite sure where the Lurker is. Lurkers... And anyway, we have at least 3 heroes pushing mid, and we have only the Thor hero defending. Okay, I think we might be having a 4v4 fight here, but there's just so many abilities and stuff I can't really tell. So yeah, the Reaper hero goes down. Thor hero decides not to tank for the Reaper or any of the units since it's a tank, which doesn't make sense. Like, the Thor hero is supposed to tank, and it still doesn't have a mortality protocol. So it appears the Thor hero is going to let all these buildings die while it hides behind them, when you should usually do the opposite. Firebat hero isn't really helping very much, just probably going shopping. And this game is probably going to end right now. Yeah, both these academies are going to die. There's Dark Swarm at the front of their base. The Reaper's dead. Firebat hero did an ultimate, but otherwise isn't doing that much. And right now for the Spinecrawler hero, we have 8 Broodlords, and level 17 Spinecrawler. Yeah, pushing the lane. The Thor hero will die. It might get Immortality Protocol as its next skill, but that's I think asking a bit too much. Yeah, Thor hero dies. Yeah, so this is pretty much GG. All the production buildings are dying. The Orbital Command Center will be vulnerable after one more building dies. So yeah, the Orbital Command Center is now damaged. Actually, Team Nitro did upgrade defenses, so... but of course it might be a bit too late now. So yeah, it's pretty much GG. We can see that the players are saying GG. So this puts Gopher Muffins ahead right now, in a comfortable lead of 2-0. So Team Nitro will need to win the next 3 games to move on to the finals. So the production building dies. I mean, the main building dies, and that's GG.